flag. And we have two students, Isabella Dandas Williams and Abigail Asiaga, that will be leading the presentation. Kenna. Ready when you are.
Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and justice for all. Oh, I didn't know that.
Present.
Present. Supposed to be government and then.
For the public in observance of our meeting tonight, Trustee Maria Bettencourt Castaneda is here in the building. However, due to recent surgery, as an accommodation, she'll be appearing virtually from the superintendent's office. And I understand she's here, correct? Yes. Okay, today in closed session, the board voted unanimously to approve Dr. Ryan Burke for the Assistant Superintendent of Business Services position. Dr. Burke currently serves as the Director of the Stillwater Union High School District. His blend of experience in business, teaching, and leadership makes him a perfect fit for this position and for our National School District team. Please join us in congratulating Dr. Burke. We'd like to come over and take a break.
Board President Sarmiento, trustees of the board, Dr. Brady, and cabinet members, National School District community. I'm my kindergarten readers. Very excited to hear you read tonight. But I want to thank you for the opportunity to work with this school district. I cannot wait to be a part of this team and a part of this group and a part of this community. I'm a South Bay resident. I have been for 20 years. I love the South Bay, and I just can't wait to get to work with you and for you. So I am a transparent leader, very open to a policy. I look forward to speaking with you in the future about your needs and wants for the children of National School District. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Burke, and welcome aboard.
And I'm sorry, I'm on duty tonight with Sweetheart, so I won't be able to stay.
Get back to work.
I will, and I will be back soon.
And we'll be working you even harder.
I cannot wait. Thank you so much.
Item 5, we have presentations by Central School students. Marcelo Curio.
We've got quite an exciting production for you today, so if you could adjust the stack, we'll get them in order. Thank you. 1, 2, 3.
Each of us come from different backgrounds with our own abilities and strengths. This is Each of us come from different backgrounds with our own abilities and strengths, but each one of us is becoming a leader. This is opening up a whole new world outside of classroom walls. We want to invite you to sit down and relax with us. Let me introduce you to your teachers for the evening. When we are younger, we want to read. As we grow, we read to learn. Are you ready to learn with us?
Yes.
Pay attention. This is the letter L. Say L.
L.
This one is the uppercase, and this one is the lowercase letter L. Good job, everybody.
Thank you.
Now I'll teach you the sound. Letter M is a down here. Put your teeth on it. Put your tongue on your teeth. And if you don't have teeth, then put it on your tongue. You put it on the bones. Okay, here. Consider making children the sounds L makes. Very good. This is the way we make the letter L in the L. Fingers up. Make a big line down. And then a big line across the bottom, and that's the capital L. Now we're going to do the lowercase letter L. Fingers up. Make a big line down. Good job, everybody. Once we learn the letters and the sounds, then this is where the magic starts. We call this blending. Log. Now we are going to teach you some powerful words that you just need to know. Come on and sing with us to today's song.
B-I-G. Big. Like a great big gorilla in a banana tree. B-I-G, B-I-G. Thumping those chests and scratching the fleas. B-I-G, B-I-G. Because he's big, B-I-G. Stinky and big, B-I-G. Because he's big, B-I-G. Stinky and big, B-I-G. Bravo!
For practice, read spelling. This is how you do it. First, you read it like this. Big. Then you spell it like this. B-I-G. Last, you read it one more time. Big. Now we're ready to put it all together. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Here we go. The underlined words are words we know. The colored words are sound out words. Read with me. The river that had a river has for the sun. Ya que estoy aprendiendo a leer, puedo escoger libros que me interesan a mí. Me gusta leer sobre las palomas y las serpientes. Antes de leer, siempre miro las ilustraciones para imaginar lo que va a pasar en esta paloma. Está imaginando. Aquí se siente enojada. Aquí se siente asustada. Aquí se siente hambrienta. Este es uno de mis libros favoritos. Cuando lo leo me siento tan feliz. Me gusta leer con mi peluche de Sonic, mi cobija y con mi mamá. ¿Qué libro le gusta a usted? Gracias y esperamos que hayan disfrutado estas aventuras con nosotros.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Unbelievable, huh? These children have learned so much. Thank you to our educators who do a wonderful job in English and in Spanish. We are so proud of you to be in this Thank you so much. To Central School, on behalf of our superintendent and our board, we just want you to know how proud we are of all of you, especially our teachers and these children, that we're not embarrassed, not ashamed. They're going to be somebody someday, because as little as they are, they have that enthusiasm to come out and speak to you in public here with so many people, and not embarrassed and not ashamed, and doing the right thing. Thank you again. I do have a little gift for each and one of you. I will call out their names. I'm going to stand out here and call their names out. Leonardo Leon. Jacob Avalos. Right next to you. Andrés Pazzi. Nicolás Gibson. Oh, and he has another award. And David Arilla. Thank you. have you stand over there and they'll get you a voice. Ernest Perez. Jesus Felix. Thank you, Mrs. Days, for helping me. This is McKenna Williams. Victoria Fuentes. Thank you again, parents, for bringing your children and doing a great job. We're going to get you all together over here, okay? Up here, and up here. You over here. Maybe we can have you stand over here.
Oh, you're good. I'll stand up right now.
Okay. Great little baby girl in the middle, she's a boy.
Kenna.
Got it on it? So we can move it closer together.
That's fine.
Teachers and principals.
Kenna.
There, they have competition over here.
Show your certificate.
Hold you, put her in the voice like this.
Standing in front of boys.
Show your certificate.
Go Central!
Item 5D, recognize memory to websites, Citrus School as a value-added volunteer.
Yes. Central School would like to, first of all, acknowledge that none of these amazing things that happen every day could happen in a silo. They happen with every single person that steps onto our campus, coming in with their whole heart and just doing what they do with passion. That includes our parents, people who come in and give, just to help make our school an even more incredible place to be. So it was easy. There's a lot of people on our campus that come and contribute their time, their energy, and their passion. But Mr. Zulueta has been there from the very beginning, sharing his ideas, sharing his time, coming and saying, Ms. Carrillo, we could do this different. And I'm like, let's try it. And he's like, we'll make it work. And if it doesn't work, he's like, well, let's try this differently. Traffic everywhere is a nightmare. But I wholeheartedly want to acknowledge that with Mr. Zulueta's help and support and amazing ideas, our morning traffic is amazing. It's almost valet worthy. They go to the doors, they open them, we welcome the kids. They do this incredible job. So I just wanted to thank him. With everything going on, he's still there every day, and we couldn't do it without you. So thank you so much, sir.
Hi, Benji.
Hi, Benji. This is for you. You can take your wife. And this is for you and for the family, for all of them. I don't know, you remember me like dealing with that problem? Yeah, thank you. And on behalf of the board, I'd like to also recognize you. Because we cannot thank you enough for your job and for your effort and for your commitment to your future. This is for you. I know you have to go. But we understand that, but we want to thank you so much for your. Can we say a few words? You said man can go receive flowers, right? Thank you so much.
Oh, we don't want to listen to it again. Wait, I know.
One more choir round. Next, item 5C, to recognize Linda Vasquez, eligible school teacher, as National School District Employee of the Month for April 2020.
Good evening, President Sarmiento and Governing Board of Trustees. Olivewood School proudly presents Linda Vasquez as the National School District Certificated Employee of the Month. Linda Vasquez is a value-added Olivewood community team member. Linda Vasquez has provided 24 years of service to the National School District and is a product of National School District, an alumni of Kimball Elementary. Mrs. Vasquez goes above and beyond classroom duties with endless contributions and dedication to our entire school community. Mrs. Vasquez, along with 2 other teachers, leads Olivewood's student newscast that provides school-wide news. Mrs. Vasquez is the 6th grade representative on the instructional leadership team and organizes many of her grade level events collaboratively with her team. As an English language learner herself, Mrs. Vasquez has a passion for advocating for our English language learners and is a teacher representative in our English Language Advisory Committee. Mrs. Vasquez is continuously learning by participating in many professional learning opportunities throughout the school year, even on her break. And she is currently attending UCSD to obtain her professional certificate in reading instruction. Mrs. Vasquez held a parent literacy session for 5th and 6th grade parents after school. She is always willing to share any learning with the staff. She is our tech liaison for Chromebooks. She is a member of the Parent Teacher Association, PTA, and Mrs. Vasquez is the first to read the entire bulletin that I have been told is long and provides feedback immediately. She's also willing to accept feedback for continued growth. She is here today, and we want to thank her and her family for all her sacrifices and her family for sharing Mrs. Vasquez with all of the community.
It's always a privilege to honor teachers. And so, Robert, you was a great long list that doesn't touch what we know that you actually do in taking care of your students every day.
Good evening, Governing Board, Dr. Brady. It's an honor to be here tonight and to be recognized. I was thinking about the last time that I stood here for this recognition. I had a different last name. I had not met my husband at that time, and I was at a different school site where I started my teaching career, which was Otis. I made great friends there, and I learned a lot those first years as a teacher. I continue my learning. I love learning. I'm passionate about teaching in National City. I see a lot of little ones here and hope that many faces come back because when I see my students, even though mine are 6th graders, I always reflect about my years at Kimball School, and that's where my passion comes from. So my father is also a product of Kimball School, and so I was the 2nd generation to attend there. And I represent not just myself, but the many hardworking teachers, not just from my school site, but our entire district. I know we're very dedicated teachers, and many of us continue our growth. I'm very fortunate My current principal is always sharing about ways to grow, and she's definitely an instructional leader that inspires me, and she offers opportunities. And I'm passionate about working with English language learners, like she said. And so I've gone to trainings and how to help students, not just in reading, but math, because reading involves all subject areas, science. I just want to say thank you for this recognition. I want to say thank you to my family. My husband, my two boys, Giovanni, who is now a 7th grader. Sorry, I can't help you on the math anymore. He found out this week for the first time. I told him, you're on your own after 6th grade. My son Noah, who's in 3rd grade. They know many times I'm up late with homework or grading, and even though I'm the teacher, I'm like, go ask Dad for help and see if he can help you. Luckily, Dad's pretty good in math. So thank you, boys. Thank you, Faith, for your support in my learning and just always being willing to help out in my journey as a teacher. Thank you.
Robert Champion.
Congratulations. Thank you. Your family?
You wanna get together?
And item 5D, introduce and welcome new employees. Dr. Gibbon.
I am pleased to introduce our new employees. When I call your name, please come on up. Our first employee is Romina Bailes, Instructional Assistant Healthcare at Lincoln Acres. Ms. Bailes has worked as a teacher assistant for Word Voice San Diego. She holds a BA in Information Technology from Instituto Tecnológico de Tijuana, Baja California, and a Child Development Certificate from Southwestern College. Welcome, Romina. Okay, that doesn't look like she's here, so I will move on to our next employee, Jennifer Saiz. Jennifer Saiz is a resource specialist teacher at Rogan District Office. Ms. Saiz holds an education specialist instruction credential, mild moderate authorization. She has worked as an education specialist academic teacher for Pacific Coast Academy and as an SAI teacher for the La Mesa Spring Valley School District. Ms. Saiz holds a special education credential in autism authorization from Azusa Pacific and an AA in child development from Rosemont Cuyamaca Community College and a BA in human development from San Diego Christian College. Welcome, Jennifer Saiz. And welcome to National. I know that they are not here today, but thank you.
Okay, we'll now move on to the business portion of the meeting. It's a good time for kids to go home and do your homework. Thank you, parents, for bringing them. We always love having children come visit.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So proud of you. You did amazing. I want you in my class for 5th grade, okay? Like, I want you to take a picture. I want to take a picture with you of myself. Thank you. I'm so proud of you, Scarlett. No, I'll see you tomorrow, okay? See you bright and early. Bye-bye. Good night.
Under 6, public communications provides the subject with an opportunity to address the board regarding an item on the agenda or other topic. Anyone wishing to address the board shall submit a request for oral communications card. Cards are available near the entrance to the boardroom and are to be submitted to the recording secretary. A member of the public who wishes to address the board on any such matters is limited to 3 minutes for one matter, up to a maximum of 5 minutes for all closed and open session matters. There shall be a limit of 20 minutes for any matter unless such time limit is waived by a majority vote of the board. Members of the public may not yield any time to the speakers. No board action can be taken. I see that we have several cards to speak to 10A. And just like to let you know, the staff has pulled item 10A as Dr. Kraft is unable to be here tonight. So we'll be bringing that back at a subsequent meeting. However, you're welcome to come and speak tonight if you'd like to.
Yes, we would like to.
Okay, I got your cards right here. Okay, we've got Leanne Johnson, regarding Lisa Yegan, and with Lisa Yegan. So I have 9 people who have requested to speak. That's going to be a total of more than 20 minutes. So how are we going to handle this? It's a pleasure of the board. 27 minutes.
I would like to make a motion to allow all speakers and just extend the time 7 more minutes. So
Okay,
I'll second that motion.
we have a second by Ms. Castaneda. Okay, all in favor?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so I have Leanne Johnson followed by Diana Rios.
All right, my name is Lisa Yegan. I'm here for Leanne Johnson. Hello, my name is Leanne Johnson, and I have worked as an enrichment teacher for the last 9 years. I am having someone read this as I am not able to attend due to some health issues. When I first started here in National City, our motto was students first. How is eliminating this program putting our students first? Our classroom teachers are overworked and need 2.5 hours to collaborate with their grade levels in order to meet the needs of the students and input their data. The arts and physical education involve cooperating, collaborating, following directions, demonstrating self-control, and paying attention, which help encourage the growth of these skills. I feel it is at our most critical time to be keeping the arts and physical education program implemented for our students, as I have never in my career experienced so many students with social and emotional needs. When our students are participating in the arts and PE, this helps them learn about cooperation, collaboration, empathy, and emotional regulation. Art-related activities encourage students' creativity and assist with the development of fine motor skills and spatial awareness. This also helps them build on their social and emotional development. They need more work on their abilities to control their feelings or behaviors, get along with others, build relationships with adults, and recognize and understand the emotions of people around them. Having students sitting in front of another computer program does not build these essential skills our students need. Physical education provides cognitive content and instruction designed to develop motor skills, knowledge, and behaviors for physical activity and physical fitness. It also supports other subject areas and reinforces knowledge learned across the curriculum. It especially helps our students with self-discipline, improved judgment, stress reduction, strengthening peer relationships, improve self-confidence and self-esteem, and they get experience setting goals. I encourage the board to take a strong look at the numbers of students with social emotional issues that counselors are dealing with since COVID, and how will taking this program away lighten their caseload. Our teachers and students need more support to help bridge these gaps and assist our students to become balanced individuals. Before you vote, really ask yourself and look back and remember your elementary school days. What do you remember most? Thank you, Leanne Johnson.
Thank you. Next is Diane Rios, followed by Zoe. Zoe. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Diana Rios. I've been an enrichment teacher since 2014 when it began. Recently, I heard a great quote that I feel exemplifies the benefits of what the enrichment program does. And it says, good arts education is not about the product, it's about the process of learning. I found this quote to be powerful because it exemplifies exactly what learning within the arts should entail. It also highlights the difference between doing art and understanding it, something that enrichment focuses on. Enrichment throughout the years has been an important part of the students' academic year. I've seen how excited students get when they know they are about to have enrichment. I also wanted to share the rules I repeat to students each time we are together. Rule number 1, voice through art. Show your self-expression through the art that you are creating. Learn a little bit about yourself and learn something new. Number 2, try your best. If you're going to do your best, you have to try your best. That's how you learn. Number 3, you can't learn and you can't do the project if you don't focus and listen, a skill that we always have to develop. Number 4, respecting personal space, especially when we are working with a group, which is what we often do in enrichment. Number 5, don't be afraid to try something new. You're asking kids to dance. You're asking them to perform in front of their peers, to sing, to perform music. That is something that I encourage them to do, find their courage. And number 5, one of the most important tools that we have is our imagination, and I ask them to use it. I wanted to share the classroom rules to demonstrate how the arts can provide a safe space for students to be creative, a space where they can explore and grow in who they are and become more confident in who they are. I've seen students take risks that they previously seemed were so impossible for them to do. I've seen them work with their peers and problem solve. I've seen them proudly find their courage when it comes to performing. And it's not only me who's seen it. Studies have also acknowledged the importance of maintaining a strong arts program in elementary schools. For example, the National Endowment for the Arts found that students with high levels of arts involvement had more positive outcomes in a variety of areas, from high school graduation rates to civic participation. A study published in the Journal of Primary Prevention found that students in low-income schools who participated in art programs tended to experience heightened self-esteem and social skills. And these studies include so many other improvements. So if, for example, it improves their fine motor skills, their language skills, their mental health, it reduces stress, helps them to develop social, emotional, and interpersonal skills, and handle constructive criticism. It helps bolster academic achievement, improve their focus, develops creativity, enhances children's self-esteem, improves memory, helps to develop social skills, increase academic performance, and the list can go on and on. These lists, I would say, are essential for students to develop. And knowing that the arts help to develop these skills, and knowing that the arts help to develop these skills, I have a hard time understanding why the enrichment program, as we know it, is being eliminated. And I really hope that you take this into consideration. Thank you.
Zoe Akowski, followed by Amy Hayes.
Okay, hi, I'm Zoe Akowski. I'm an enrichment teacher currently. I'd just like to share a personal story. So science, whether they be hard sciences or cognitive sciences, were not my best subject in high school or in college. Liberal arts, visual and performing arts, humanities, cultures were more my thing. Attending UCSD, a science-dominated school, as a literature writing major, I walked the road less traveled. I took an education studies class called Arts Bridge. It allowed us to consider what the elementary students were learning in their core curriculums at a San Diego school and use the arts to expand and deepen their learning. It was so empowering for all involved. Reaching the end of my 4th year of college, I considered all my interests and talents and wondered what career might best utilize them. Teaching became a hard answer, a solid answer. After my first year as an impact teacher at NSD, this enrichment job became an opportunity. To see an underserved district prioritize arts and PE education, and to see the teachers insist it be standards-based was awesome. Space was made for me as a learner and a teacher. And over the years, it became my mission to do the same for these students. So I brought art samples, some of which were requested, right, by 4th grade teacher to help strengthen social studies learning. And they were for 4th grade, right? And not only could I support the learning that they were doing about traveling across America as first pioneers or coming in as an immigrant student, but I could teach them art elements as well. I also brought these ones, this one and this one, to show that these create math conversations. I would hear them talking about adding and subtracting and making it, cutting things in half and all that kind of stuff, rotating, spatial reasoning, using a literal compass to create this daisy. It's archaic, but we used it and they loved it, okay? So I just brought them to just show that we love to link into core curriculum. So over the years, we have had to defend our jobs and legitimize them. We've been stretched thin over several schools. A district invented and promoted program has somehow become a thorn in its side. Nevertheless, we have faithfully done our best efforts to teach the arts and fitness skills for their own sake, in person and online, via our own curriculum building process for every single student for the past 9 years. Arts and fitness may not be for everyone, but neither are science, math, and computer-based skills. So why can't we offer both? Could not the engineering program serve as an individual data time, while the arts program serve as grade level collaboration time? Could not the arts afford more than essentially an hour's worth of time every few weeks? That's just something I'd like for us to consider. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Amy Hayes, followed by Dorothea Donnelly.
Can we change the order?
Sure.
Can Vienna Hayes go after Amy Hayes?
Vienna Hayes, sure.
We should have been next to each other. Thank you. Good evening, Governing Board and Executive Cabinet. My name is Amy Hayes, and I'm the Vice President of the NCETA and a first grade teacher at Central. I spoke to you in September regarding the district's unilateral decision to end the enrichment program without consulting with NCETA. When NSD decided to close the enrichment program, NCETA had 3 major concerns. The first was our students would no longer receive dedicated arts education from certificated teachers, specially trained in these subjects. The second concern was that grade level teams would no longer have consistent, dedicated, protected time for data analysis and planning. And the third concern was that the enrichment teachers would be displaced from their positions. Though the damage had already been done, as you know, NCETA and NSD were able to agree on an MOU outlining how the enrichment program and data teams would continue for the rest of this school year. The MOU was just a temporary Band-Aid, ensuring that students continued to receive education in the arts and our enrichment teachers continued to have the job they had agreed to. It did not address the collaboration time that was taken away from teachers. As our MOU comes to an end, NCETA is once again left with all 3 of the same concerns. The district's new plan, which you were supposed to hear about tonight, for data release does not include instruction in the arts, does not allow for grade level teams to analyze data together, and is displacing the current enrichment teachers. My questions to you are the following. Why do students in surrounding districts, like you'll hear from my daughter, continue to receive arts education from specialized credentialed teachers, but National City students will no longer get this privilege? How are you going to address the collaboration time that was taken away from teachers and never given back? And how are you going to ensure that our enrichment teachers who have built relationships with the students and teachers of NSD don't leave our district due to their displacement? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Vienna Hayes, followed by Dorothea Donnelly.
Good evening. My name is Vienna Hayes and I'm in 4th grade. Tonight I will be talking about curriculum experts at my school in Chula Vista. We call curriculum experts CE. Every other week I have CE for half of the day with all of the other 4th graders. During CE I am able to do drama, art, PE, and music with different teachers. We are able to do 3 out of the 4 subjects every time we have CE. Whatever subject we do not do is the one we do first next time. When I am at CE, my teacher meets with the other 4th grade teachers to work and plan. I love CE because we are able to go outside and we get to do other subjects that we don't normally get to do in class. My favorite is drama because we are practicing a play that we get to perform at the end of May, and I love acting. The reason I am telling you this is because my mom is a 1st grade teacher at Central, and she said her students aren't going to get their enrichment program anymore. If that happened to me, I would be frustrated because I wouldn't get to do what I love to do, and I wouldn't have anything to look forward to. It's not fair that kids at my school get to do CE, but my mom's students don't. I think you should change this. Thank you for listening to what I have to say.
Very well said. Dorothea Donnelly, followed by Brennan Donnelly.
Can we go out of order?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Brennan.
Hello, my name is Brennan, and I'm a fourth grader in the Chula Vista district. Every other week I have VAPA. VAPA is when I get art, drama, and music. I like all of them, but I like drama the best. I like drama because I get to perform plays. I enjoy drama because I get to read and be part of the story. I also like VAPA because I get a break from subjects like math that are not my favorite. When I'm in VAPA, I get the chance to be grouped up and work with some of my friends that I don't get to work with in class. I like being able to see my VAPA teachers and learn new things that I don't learn in class. In VAPA, we also learn things like how to work as a team and how to be respectful. Being in VAPA and performing has made it easier for me to raise my hand and volunteer in my regular class. I think it is sad that the students here in National City are going to lose their VAPA classes. One of the best things about school is looking forward to my art, music, and drama classes, and I would hate if those things were taken away from me.
And
Can I let Maya Delgado go?
Sure.
Hello, my name is Maya Delgado, and I attended school in the Chula Vista Elementary School District from kindergarten through 6th grade. For me and most of my peers, attending the VAPA classes was the highlight of our weeks. In these classes, we were able to express ourselves and make new discoveries about ourselves. In my personal experience, trying the different instruments in music class allowed me to find my musical side. It all started with playing the recorders, which inspired me to join the school band, which I never would have done without VAPA. From this, I learned the clarinet, which had a snowball effect and motivated me to learn the guitar and piano, as well as encouraging me to try new instruments such as the trumpet, saxophone, and ukulele. Looking back on it, I am very grateful and elated to have been given this opportunity to find this interest, which has taught me many things, such as patience, determination, perseverance, and much more. In drama class, we were able to express sides of ourselves that helped develop our personalities. We were able to explore new emotions and let out the bottled up emotions we had. This class was very beneficial for my mental health as well as my classmates. Being able to let out those emotions relieved a lot of stress I had at the time. Being able to delve into a foreign world enabled me to not have to think about my current life, and I was able to live in the characters' lives. This class taught me individuality as well as teamwork. For me, art class really boosted my creativity and helped me think outside of the box. All around our house, there are art projects that I have done over the years. I really enjoyed drawing and painting. Even if I was not very good at it, it allowed me to experiment, and I was able to develop my imagination, which benefits me to this day. Yes, engineering and coding classes could be beneficial in the sense that they would be teaching the students a new skill, yet it is a crime to force this upon the students and do away with VAPA and not permit them to develop their creativity, perseverance, and individuality. Students are already stressed enough by having to learn the curriculum in their classes. VAPA is giving them a mental break from their classes in a fun and engaging approach, but if this is taken away from them, it could slaughter any possible chance for a child to discover themselves, find their hobbies, and develop them. The first part of a child's school life should be focusing on helping them develop into a person they aspire to be with good morals, work ethic, dedication, and creativity. Once a student is promoted to middle school, there is no more fun and games. It is all work, which is why VAPA must be preserved. Us adolescents will have the opportunities in middle school and high school to explore engineering and coding, but that is for when we are ready to explore that option. You can't expect a 4-year-old to be enjoying coding classes when they should be painting or playing instruments. Every child should have the opportunity to have VAPA and enjoy their first years of life, because at some point, all the fun will end. I, for one, would be greatly saddened and distraught if the children in National School District were unable to have the same experience as I did, and to have their development cut short from having all the fun taken out of school. Thank you.
Thank you. Dorothea Donnelly.
Thank you. Good evening, Governing Board. My name is Dorothea Donnelly, and I'm currently a first-year TK teacher here at National School District. Before TK, I had the honor of being an enrichment teacher for 8 years. I was part of the enrichment program from day one of its conception. I have seen firsthand what this program has done for our students and how it has made a difference in our students' lives. First, I'd like to share some facts about the enrichment program. Our enrichment program offers visual art, music, theater, and dance. Every single one of these art forms are a direct way for our students to be expressive creatively, emotionally, and purposefully. Our students want and desire enrichment. Every time I walked on campus, I was bombarded with students asking if it was their day for enrichment. Classroom teachers told me on countless occasions that attendance was much better on enrichment days. In the 8 years that I taught enrichment, I never once had a major behavioral issue. Every other local elementary district offers an enrichment program where their students are receiving, at minimum, visual art, music, and theater. We are about to lose our very necessary enrichment program to a computer-based engineering and coding curriculum. Our students are already on the computer with programs like iReady, Imagine Learning, Smarty Ants, Lexia, Art Bookshelf, Thrively, Freckle, and so on. Social emotional learning is a hot topic for our district. We want the students to learn coping skills, communication skills, social skills. Yet as a district, we're choosing to give them more screen time rather than giving them something real and tangible that would highly benefit the trauma that our students have seen for the last 3 or 4 years. The past 9 years of enrichment have given students something that classroom teachers have honestly not had the time to give, a substantial introduction into the arts, something that has made our students thrive and engage with each other. What our students want, what our students need is not another platform where their eyes are glued to a screen. They need a chance to be creative, a chance to express, a chance to explore something they might really excel at. And you are taking that away, that opportunity, from what could be a future artist, actor, dancer, or musician. There is a place for arts in our community. Don't take it away. Don't take away that opportunity from our youngest community members. Nothing can replace the enrichment program that our students have loved and benefited from. Not a contracted out 6-week VAPA program, and not a computer-based program that has our students yet again sitting in front of a screen. Please consider what you're telling the students of National City by voting to take away the arts from them. You are telling them that the other students in surrounding districts, like Chula Vista, are good enough to have the experiences of arts consistently in their education, but that our students in our district aren't worth that same luxury. Please think long and hard about this decision. Our students deserve better. Thank you.
Thank you. Victor Brown?
Hello, board. My name is Victor Brown. I'm a fellow South Bay resident, and I also work at Southwestern College as a student employment services specialist, long name for a job developer. What I do is I connect students to jobs when they graduate. I want to encourage you to keep the enrichment program, to keep the arts in National School District. I think there are 2 people, Mario Lopez and J. Michael Straczynski, who both have one thing in common. They went to South Bay schools, and they are successful because of the opportunities that was displayed for them in the arts in their schooling. Art-related majors are important and vital industries here in San Diego. Exposing children to arts at a young age is just as important as the STEM and sciences. For our students to succeed and obtain acceptance into universities, they're looking for students who are well-rounded, point blank. I connect students to jobs in some of the top industries, and some of them, the majority of students that come to my office are actually looking for opportunities in graphic design. We have, I don't know if you heard of Call of Duty, but High Moon Studios is right in our area. San Diego is surrounded, San Diego has a top tourism industry, and it's great to major in the arts when you're going into that industry to help those companies succeed and boost our economy here. To limit arts within National City as well as National School District would further limit opportunities of our region students. And I'm not sure if everyone in this room majored in a STEM field or science, but not everyone desires to go into that. Board, I want to ask you, you're representing, I know you have a lot of things to decide. You're representing diverse and sometimes underserved communities. And I want to ask you, do we want to further limit opportunities for our students because we're deciding to value a field that less than 50% of our students will choose to go into in the future? There's a lot of career educational opportunities outside of sciences, and I work with students who can easily make 5 to 6 figures by going into the arts. Do we want to limit the arts? And if funding is an issue, there's donors, there's grants programs, there's national programs decide to fund a district to help their students receive that. So next time you watch a Thor movie or see somebody on television, if it wasn't for the arts in South Bay, future National City students who could go above and beyond Mario Lopez and J. Michael Straczynski, they won't be there in the future. Let's not limit or hinder the next generation of elementary students in our community by decreasing access to experiences in the arts and limit the opportunities that can affect them in the future. And with my last thing, I graduated from UCSD, and one of the greatest things that business people say to our school is that they're good at the work, but they don't have the soft skills. Arts helps give students soft skills so I can connect them to jobs.
Gregory, is it Rios in America Rios?
Ellis.
Ellis.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh man, that handwriting, bud.
Sorry, horrible.
Are you adopted?
Good evening, Governing Board. As parents of a child with an IEP attending first grade at Lincoln Acres with National School District, we wish to share our thoughts and opinions with the school board concerning our experience today. All too often, everyone is quick to cast fault and blame for anything and everything imaginable that doesn't meet their personal expectations. But when things are proceeding in a positive or beneficial direction, many dismiss the opportunity to acknowledge situations in place as well as the recognition of those involved. To try and be as brief and to the point as possible, essentially the professional interactions and positive experience thus far with Dr. Vargas since being brought on board last year concerning the student services arm of the school district is the primary reason why legal actions being taken by our family due to steps by previous administration is no longer a consideration. The entire situation has now taken a 180-degree turn, so to speak, in the right direction to help our son not only to hopefully succeed and potentially exceed our educational goals for him, but also to help him develop further mentally and emotionally through the supports and services being put in place for him. As our family has made very apparent since prior to official registration, although at the time we were not fully aware of the full extent of his disabilities and challenges, we did not expect anyone to assume the sole responsibility for our son's educational needs. We just asked for guidance and a partnership with our family for him to be successful. From day one, with the change of placement of our son to Lincoln Acres and him expressing that he belonged there, through now with our family's integration into the school and the district, and even the county to help others with the same process we are in fact a part of, we would genuinely like to acknowledge the district for bringing Dr. Vargas on, even thank him personally for pushing forward positively in a completely different direction than we first started our public education path almost 2 years ago now.
I will be very quick. I just wanted to echo Scott's words about Dr. Vargas. And I also wanted to take this opportunity to thank our principal at Lincoln Acres. I don't think she's here tonight, but Ms. Reesjo. And also Grayson's IEP team. I just wanted to thank them for directing all of our kids to walk through the right path, for being supportive of the students' academics and other psychological needs, and also for helping them discover all their potential. So just thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Vargas.
And thank you, Tim.
Okay, so item number 7, to accept the agenda, we'll be pulling items 9B, 10A, and 12C. 9B, 10A, 12C. Do I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve. And I'll second with the items pulled.
Okay. All in favor? Aye.
Am I doing roll call for trustee Goodman? If I was missing here.
Yes.
Ms. Whittemore Castañeda?
Yes.
Ms.
Thank you.
Isabella? Ms. Gay?
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento.
Aye.
Item passes unanimously.
Thank you. Under 8, to approve consent agenda routine items of business. All items listed under the consent agenda are considered routine and will be acted upon in one action by the board. It is understood that the superintendent has recommended approval for these items. There will be no discussion prior to the time the board votes on the motion unless members of the board, staff, or public request specific items to be discussed and/or removed from the consent agenda. All items approved by the board will be deemed considered in full and adopted as recommended.
Make a motion to approve consent.
Thank you. Motion by Ms. Gates, second by Ms. Avalos.
Ms. Avalos.
Yes.
Ms. Bettencourt Castañeda.
Yes.
Mrs. Sarah. Ms. Gates.
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento.
Yes.
The item passes unanimously.
Thank you. The general functions, 9A, to approve the National School District Governing Board meeting schedule for the 2023-2024 school year. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve item 9A.
Thank you. Do you have a second? We have a motion made by Ms. Bettencourt Castaneda, a second by Ms. Avalos. Roll call vote.
Ms. Avalos.
Yes.
Ms. Bettencourt Castañeda.
Yes.
Mrs. Sarah.
Yes.
Ms. Gates.
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento.
Yes.
Item passes.
Item 9C, to approve out-of-state travel for Barbara Avalos to attend the 2023 Coast to Coast Federal Advocacy Trip. Approval of this item will allow trustee Avalos to attend the 2023 Coast to Coast Federal Advocacy Trip in Washington, D.C. Do I have a motion?
I'll move to approve.
Second. Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Gates, second by Ms. Avalos. Roll call vote.
I have a comment about at the last part of the change of
Yes.
potential date for our board meeting on the 27th. Is that a necessity or it's just a remark that it might be a change?
There will not be a change.
Okay, just to clarify, thank you.
Any other discussion?
No discussion, thank you.
And we have a discussion by Dr. Brady.
Yes, so this item is for Barbara Avalos, but this is in just 2 weeks. So if anybody else wanted to go to this, we won't have another board meeting. So we would need to know tonight and amend this motion to include any and all trustees that were planning to attend this particular conference. Just wanted to put that out there to make sure people knew.
Okay, thank you.
I do have a comment. If Mrs. Avalos will be the only one attending, can she share with us the district priorities that she will be advocating on behalf of the district, please?
Absolutely, I will. Absolutely, I will report to everything that I learned and everything I heard and bring back the papers so that you know, read them.
Thank you. You have a roll
Ms.
call vote?
Avalos.
Yes.
Ms. Bettencourt Castañeda.
Yes.
Mrs. Sarah.
Yes.
Ms. Gates.
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento.
Yes.
Item passes unanimously.
Item D, to approve out-of-state travel for Barbara Avalos, Maria Bettencourt Castañeda, Rosina Lizarraga to attend the NALEO 40th Annual Conference. Approval of this item will allow 3 trustees to attend the annual NALEO Conference in New York. It's the pleasure of the board.
I'll move to approve, and I will throw in that since I have to miss out on these things, I do appreciate the learning opportunity too. So those of you who go, please bring all of it back.
Yeah. I'll second that.
So we have a motion by Ms. Gates, second by Ms. Avalos. Roll call vote.
Ms. Avalos.
Yes.
Ms. Bettencourt Castañeda.
Yes.
Mrs. Sarah.
Aye.
Ms. Gates.
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento.
Yes.
Item passes unanimously.
Item E, to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting held on February 8th, 2023. Have a motion?
A motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Avalos,
I second the motion.
second by Ms. Lizarraga. Roll call vote.
Ms. Avalos.
Yes.
Ms. Bettencourt Castañeda.
I will be abstaining since I was not present at the meeting.
Mrs. Sarah.
Aye.
Ms. Gates.
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento.
Yes.
Item passes 4 yes, 1 abstain.
Thank you. Item F, to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting held on February 22nd, 2023. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve that item.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion by Ms. Lizarraga, second by Ms. Gates. Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Avalos? Ms. Whittaker Castañeda?
I will also be abstaining since I was not present at this meeting.
Mrs. Sarah?
Aye.
Ms. Gates?
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento?
I'll also be abstaining since I wasn't present at this meeting.
The item passes 3 yes to abstain.
Thank you. Item G, to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting held March 8th, 2023.
I'll move to approve.
I second the motion.
We have a motion by Ms. Gates, second by Ms. Lizarraga. Roll call vote.
Ms. Avalos?
I don't think I was here for that meeting. Wasn't I out of town? Yes, I abstain.
Ms. Whittaker Castañeda?
I have to abstain due to me not being present at the meeting.
Mrs. Sarah?
Aye.
Ms. Gates?
Aye.
Ms. Sarmiento?
Aye.
The item passes 3 yes to abstain.
Thank you. Item H, to approve the minutes of the special board meeting held on March 14th, 2023.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second that. We have a motion to approve by Ms. Gates, second by myself, Ms. Sarmiento. Roll call vote.
Ms.
I
Avalos?
wasn't here for that special board meeting. That's what you know.
Just, yeah, Ms. Avalos, so you abstain?
I was absent.
Ms. Whittaker Castañeda?
I will be abstaining due to my absence at the meeting.
Mrs. Sarah?
Aye.
Ms. Gates?
Aye.
Ms. Sarmiento?
Aye.
The item passes 3 yes to abstain.
I adopt resolution 2023.25 regarding the absence of board member Ms. Alma Sarmiento due to illness.
I move to adopt the resolution.
I'll second.
That was motion by Ms. Lizarraga, second by Ms. Gates. Roll call vote.
Ms. Avalos?
Yes.
Ms. Whittaker Castañeda?
Yes.
Ms. Sarah?
Yes.
Ms. Gates?
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento?
And I'll abstain.
The item passes 4 yes, 1 abstain.
Thank you. Item J, to adopt resolution 20-23, regarding absence of board members Ms. Bettencourt Castaneda due to illness.
I move to adopt.
I second the motion.
Thank you.
I would like to recuse myself from this item, so I will log off and then log back on.
So we have a motion by Ms. Lizarraga, second by Ms. Gates. Roll call vote.
Ms.
I wasn't
Avalos?
here.
So you're abstaining?
I abstained.
Ms. Sarah?
Aye.
Ms. Gates?
Aye.
Ms. Sarmiento?
Aye.
The item passes 3 yes, 1 recused, 1 abstain.
Thank you. K, adopt resolution 20-23.30 regarding absence of board member Ms. Barbara Avalos due to hardship bereavement.
Okay. I move the motion for adopting
Second.
We have a motion by Ms. Ms. Lizarraga, second by Ms. Gates. Roll call vote.
Ms. Avalos?
I abstained.
Ms. Whittaker Castañeda?
Yes.
Mrs. Sarah?
it. Aye.
Ms. Gates?
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento?
Yes,
The item passes 4 yes, 1 abstain.
thank you. Under Ed Services, under 10B, approved purchase with Houghton Mifflin Harcourt for a 3-year renewal of Go Math for kindergarten through 6th grade.
I move to approve the purchase.
Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
Okay, who's gonna
We're
take
so
it?
excited.
Okay, we have a motion made by Ms. Gates, second by Ms. Avalos. Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Avalos?
Yes.
Ms. Whittaker Castañeda?
Yes.
Mrs. Sarah?
Aye.
Ms. Gates?
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento?
Yes.
The item passes 7.
Item 11A, to approve job description for nutrition coordinator. The position is designed to support district and school site needs related to school nutrition and sustainability. What's the pleasure of the board?
I move to approve the job description.
I'll second that.
We have a motion made by Ms. Gates, second by Ms. Avalos. Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Avalos?
Yes.
Ms. Whittaker Castañeda?
Yes.
Mrs. Sarah?
Aye.
Ms. Gates?
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento?
Yes.
The item passes 0.
11B, to amend coordinator of multi-tiered systems of support job description. Approval of this item will align the National School District Coordinator of multi-tiered systems of support job description to current federal program monitoring, fiscal, and compliance requirements. Do I have a motion?
to approve.
Thank you.
I'll second.
We have a motion to approve by Ms. Avalos, second by Ms. Gates. Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Avalos, Ms. Betty Castañeda,
Yes.
Ms. Zaragoza,
Yes.
Ms. Gates,
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento.
Yes.
Yes.
Item 11C, to approve CT 4054 memorandum of understanding with Concordia University Irvine. Approval of this item will allow students at Concordia University to complete field work hours in the National School District. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Ms. Gates, second by Ms. Avalos. Roll call vote, please. Oh, I'm sorry, we have discussion?
Yeah, it says it's for a student doesn't which one, which subject will be the arts. Yeah. But it's, okay. Yeah, so I was like calling myself to do it, to do work for a position person. Okay, thank you. I got the, it
You
was,
answered your own question?
yeah, I did, I was reading on the bottom part. Thank you, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Avalos,
Yes.
Ms. Betty Castañeda,
Yes.
Ms. Zaragoza,
Aye.
Ms. Gates,
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento.
Yes.
And passes unanimously.
Item D, to approve memorandum of understanding between the California School Employees Association and its national chapter 206 in the National School District regarding the transportation plan. Do I have a motion?
I second the motion.
A motion to approve item 11D.
Thank you. We have a motion to approve by Ms. Bettencourt Castaneda, second by Mrs. Zaraga, correct? Yeah. Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Avalos,
Yes.
Ms. Betty Castañeda,
Yes.
Ms. Zaragoza.
Yes.
Sorry. Ms. Zaragoza.
Wait for her? She said yes. Oh, yes, yes.
Ms. Gates,
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento.
Yes.
And passes unanimously.
Item 12, Business Services, A, discussion of Citizens Bond Oversight Committee bylaws. Trustees will discuss consideration of amending the current Citizens Bond Oversight Committee bylaws to accommodate tax representative applicants that reside outside of National School District boundaries. Do we have a motion? Oh, it's just a discussion, so sorry. Who would like to discuss? Mr. Alvarez? You're up.
Thank you. There was a request from the San Diego Taxpayers Association they have a interested party in applying for the Citizens Bond Oversight Committee to represent a tax advocacy group. But our bylaws require that anyone on the CBOC live within the boundaries of National School District. So this, you can imagine, is a bit of a challenge to find volunteers for the CBOC, but especially so for a tax advocate. To my knowledge, we've never had a tax advocate on the CBOC. So what we're asking tonight, if it's in the board's interest to amend the bylaws to allow for someone outside of the district's boundaries to serve on the CBOC. And we can make it specific to only the tax advocacy position.
Any other discussion or comments?
You asking for a board member or for a community member?
Someone who lives outside of National City.
Anybody living outside of National City?
I would just like to make a comment. I know that this has been a position that has been hard to fill, and like Mr. Amnesian said, we haven't had somebody in that spot. I think that, and it has been difficult to even get any interest even outside. So I think if we were to open it up, we would have somebody to be able to sit on our board or on our committee to be able to provide us at least some guidance from that perspective. And I'm hoping that we can revisit it, and if it doesn't work out, we can make changes down the road.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Ms. Gates?
I'm wondering if we could at least, like, I have a difficulty with expanding it too far. What is the possibility of expanding it to Sweetwater boundaries for the high school district, since they're more familiar with they're still more familiar with our community. More of a South Bay representative who still is ours versus just opening up to a tax representative who may not be here at all. So would that be a possibility if we aren't finding someone from National School District, still staying close and opening into Sweetwater boundaries?
Mr. Evanescence, do we know if they have that position filled on their boards in their, no, sorry, in those districts? Like Chula Vista, Sweetwater, South Bay, San Isidro?
I don't know offhand if our neighboring districts have that position filled or not, but that's something we could look into.
I think that would be probably the best starting point, because I agree, I think we need to have somebody who's familiar with our community to be able to provide us that additional support.
Thank you. Anyone else? And just for the record, we did have someone representing them in the past. It was many, many, many years ago, and we've been unable to fill that position since. So it would be helpful to have someone. Two, I'm wondering, is there someone from the tax advocacy group who had shared any interest that you're aware of? If so, I'd like to look into where they might live if that's something that, as what Ms. Gates had just said.
The group that actually approached us about this was the San Diego County Taxpayers Association. I don't have the details about who exactly would be interested. They just mentioned that someone would be interested. There is an application process, so that is something that the board would review. It's not automatic. They would have to fill the application out, and then the board would consider appointing them to the CDOC. But prior to doing that, the bylaws would just not allow that applicant to serve on the board. Excuse me, not the board, the CBOC. So if that's something that would be interested, we could ask whereabouts it may be something they are not interested in sharing, or they would share, but it's something we could ask if that's information that would help the board in the decision.
Thank you. Dr. Brady.
We could also try to draft a potential bylaw revision that says something to the effect of that the board would consider on a case-by-case basis, considering applicants from outside of the area, should they have knowledge of the district, or something to those words. So we could try to draft something that would allow you that it's preferred first national city boundaries, second South Bay, Sweetwater area, and on a case-by-case basis, potentially outside of that area, based on each application, like Mr. Evanescence said, you would not approve somebody if you felt that they were too far, maybe geographically, or in a community that was very different than ours, that may not represent the needs of the community.
Any further discussion? If not, we'll move on. Item 12B, to approve plan for expanded learning opportunities grant for the National School District.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Ms. Avalos, second by Ms. Gates. Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Avalos?
Yes.
Ms. Whitaker Castañeda?
Yes.
Mrs. Sarah? Aye. Ms. Gates?
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento?
Yes.
Madam President.
12D, to approve out-of-state travel for Candace Byerly to attend the School Transportation News Conference in Reno, Nevada. What is the pleasure of the board?
I make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Ms. Avalos, second by Ms. Gates. Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Avalos?
Yes.
Ms. Whitaker Castañeda?
Yes.
Mrs. Sarah?
Yes.
Ms. Gates?
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento?
Yes.
Madam President.
Item E, to approve CT 4045 with Grossmont Union High School District for school bus lease. Approval of this agreement will allow National School District to lease school buses from Grossmont Union High School District from April 2023 to June 2026. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve CT 4045.
A motion by Ms. Gates, second by Ms. Avalos. Roll call vote.
Ms. Avalos?
Yes.
Ms. Whitaker Castañeda?
Yes.
Mrs. Sarah?
Aye.
Ms. Gates?
Aye.
Ms. Sarmiento?
Aye.
Madam President.
Thank you. Item F, to adopt resolution 22-23.32, authorizing contracting pursuant to Hemet Unified School District bid 061719 school buses.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Avalos,
And I move to second, clarifying that this is another of those piggyback. Is this kind of what that is?
Correct.
Thank you. One of those piggyback where we benefit from work already done.
Correct. And Hemet Unified is one of the largest school transportation districts in the state. So we're using their pricing.
Okay, thank you. I did second that.
thank you. So we have a motion by Ms. Avalos, second by Ms. Gates, please vote.
Ms. Avalos,
Yes.
Ms. Bettencourt Castañeda,
Yes.
Mrs. Sarabia.
Aye.
Ms. Gates.
Aye.
Ms. Sarmiento.
Yes.
Item passes unanimously.
Item G, to authorize the Assistant Superintendent of Business Services to advertise for bid 22-23-198 installation of shade structures for shade structures at El Toyan, Rancho de la Nacion, Harbison, Pomeroy, Lincoln Acres, and Las Palmas.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Ms. Avalos, second by Ms. Gates. Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Avalos, Ms. Bettencourt Castañeda,
Yes.
Mrs. Sarabia.
Yes.
Ms. Gates.
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento.
Yes.
Item passes unanimously.
Item H, to authorize the Assistant Superintendent of Business Services to advertise for requests for proposals 22-23-302, school site security and access control. This will seek proposals from vendors who specialize in school site security and access control. Do I have a
Motion to
motion?
approve.
Pardon me?
Motion to approve.
Oh, thank you.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Ms. Bettencourt Castañeda, second by Ms. Avalos. Roll call vote, please.
Ms. Avalos,
Yes.
Ms. Bettencourt Castañeda,
Yes.
Mrs. Sarabia.
Yes.
Ms. Gates.
Yes.
Ms. Sarmiento.
Yes,
Item passes unanimously.
thank you. Under Board Cabinet Communications, Ms. Avalos.
Well, first of all, nobody's here to listen to me. You are. I was very, very impressed by the children, that they were able to speak in front of so many of us. As I was Read Across America, I was able to read to the children in Lincoln Acres, and I was quite impressed by them too. So I'm very proud of them and proud of their parents for doing such a great job of, letting them know that they're going to speak in front of everyone. I'm sure they were told quite a few times, right? But you're gonna do this, and they practice a lot. So I'm honored to know that I'm proud of our educators that are doing such a great job. That's a hard job to do, with these children. And also for everyone that got the recognition for the helpers here in National City School Board and National City Schools here. Thank you, Linda Vasquez from Hollywood. And thank you, Henry Sulate. And listening to everything that went on about the enrichment, I was really, how can I say, I know that they really need that program. They really do for our children. It's very important that they get the arts and the music and everything. Every other district or Chula Vista that is so close to us that is having it, we should also have it in our schools. We should have it before, and we should continue having it. I remember as a board member, we had the mariachis, we had the dancing, we had quite a few things, and I am for them. We should have it to encourage our children to be more than what they think. That old saying, si se puede with our children, to have it. That's it, thanks.
Thank you. Ms. Lizarraga, I'm sorry, Ms. Bettencourt Castaneda.
Thank you. I'd like to first welcome our new employees. Unfortunately, they weren't able to make it today, but I'd like to welcome them anyways. I wanted to also say, give a big congratulations to our kinder students. I wasn't able to see them, but I can just hear, and they sounded amazing. I attribute their teachers, their parents, but to have the courage to stand in front of everybody there. I did put my head out. I saw there was a lot of people out there, so I can only imagine the stress level. So congratulations to all of them. I wanted to say thank you to Mr. Henry Julieta for his recognition as being recognized as the value-added volunteer. It sounds like he's an amazing person for him to have that traffic under control. Every school site has issues with traffic, and for them to be nearly valet, that's awesome. So thank you to him. And also wanted to say congratulations to Ms. Vasquez. Ms. Vasquez, I had an opportunity to have her as my son's teacher, so I know how amazing she is. And she does expect a lot from her students, but she really sets them up for success. And I thank her so much for all the hard work and the continuous and countless hours that she provides to our students, because it shows, and her students are very well prepared. And I just can't thank her enough for everything that she does for our students, and thank you for what she's done for my child and my family. Wanted to say good luck to Mr. Evanescence. I don't know if I'll see you before you depart from us. I feel like it was such a short time, but thank you for being here and helping us through this time of need. I appreciate you putting value into your family, but we will definitely miss you. So thank you again for all your expertise. But remember, we're still here, so you can come visit. And just with that, I just wanted to say happy belated Easter to everybody, and hopefully I'll be in the seat next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Lizarraga?
Thank you. Although also echo for the new employees, it's always welcome to see that there's more family and our family is growing with new professionals that are attending to as an employee to our schools. I would like to have a minute to shout out to the Kimball Elementary School. It was a big pleasure to be in the Read Across America parade. It was very heartwarming to see the children and the teachers dress up as their favorite characters in a parade. And this is the first year that they did it with the parents. It was such an awesome event. I think Miss Alba was there too, and we could feel the excitement of shouting out. And I have a scale from the rainbow fish, and I still kept it on my desk. And it was a great effort for everybody, and thank you to the Kimball community for welcoming me as well. So, and as long as I was able to read to the kids, and it was a great eye opener for the necessity for the inclusion and mainstreaming opportunities for the children, no matter what age they are. I had the pleasure to read the TK, and they learn about what people with no vision they able to read as well. And I spoke the book with Braille, and they said, "Oh, you can read even if you don't see," and that was very, very emotional for me. So, and the little kids that were mindful about that, and they make questions about it, even though they're 4 or 5 years old. So let's we're on the right path to create that mindset of we are able to create stuff no matter how many visible or non-visible disabilities we have. And thank you, Dr. Brady, for providing me that book. It really made a big difference from the little ones. And also thank you for Hollywood Elementary, that it was very, very beautiful, even though it was raining cats and dogs that day. But we still read to the kids, and there was people from the Navy and their police officers, and they're all welcome in environment. We're all wet, traveling from places and room to room, but we made it happen, and the kids were so excited. And it was a big rainbow on the hull, but we still make it happen. So, and they took over it, and they took ownership of the reading. So, and for that being said, well, you could see, I echo the little ones being that age and be able to stand on the podium is amazing. And we learned something right now about sign language, and knowing the fact that the kids are learning that too, it makes me excited. So for that being said, thank you so much and have a good evening. And thank you for all the speakers tonight, and give us more opportunities to grow and keep move forward for this awesome community. Thank you.
Ms. Gates?
So it feels like it's been quite a long time since we sat here. So I wanted to start by thanking everyone who came tonight, parents and family for your support of your students, those who came to speak and share with us concerns. It matters that we hear from you. And obviously, there is strength in the NCETA union, and we honor that. I honor that. Your voice is what helps us be better. We have about 40-ish days of school left, which on the one hand, people start getting all excited, but we still have a lot of work. And so we're going to stay focused and keep working because that's what we do. I encourage all of our students, all of our classified employees, and all of our teachers as you're looking at these last few months, support each other well, take care of each other well. I loved, honestly, the fact that our kindergartners just did a linguistics lesson, seeing as I'm paying for a linguistics class right now. I think that I should go get a refund because they did a fantastic job up including telling me how to make my sound correctly, which, yes. So absolute rock stars, and I don't feel like I need to go to school anymore because I can just go hang with them. Mr. Evanesians, thank you for helping us to settle in a lot of ways and sharing your skill set, but also your wisdom with us in the last 2 years that we almost have had you. I appreciate you very much. And my last thing is Michaela Renee Gates turned 19 on Monday, and you just have to give a shout out to your baby when they turn 19.
Happy birthday.
Mr. Evanesians.
Since this is my last board meeting with National School District, I'm going to need about an hour to thank everyone.
I think it's, what, 2 minutes? Is that what you said?
So I'm always in awe about the kids who come and present to the board. You wouldn't know it now, but I was the shyest child you've ever met. You wouldn't know I was even in the classroom. I would never be able to do what these kids do. So every time I see it, I'm really inspired. I'm even inspired now. And I remember the play that they put on last time. It was really inspiring. So it's great to see these kids are able to do what I wasn't able to do, but I'm also learning from what they're able to do now. I just want to thank the board, thank the community, thank the district. I've truly never worked at a place where I've felt more welcome and loved, and just the environment here has been just incredible. I've worked for the best superintendent in the in San Diego County that you could possibly ask for. It's truly been a great experience. Everyone here that I've worked with really works hard for the community, for the kids. They're not here for a paycheck, they're here to serve. So that's been truly great. But sometimes when home calls, it's difficult to ignore. In this situation, I get the chance to work with an old colleague. So I was thinking, where's the 2 years gone? It's really flown by. So and that really goes to show how much fun you have at work when you can't even recall the last 2 years. We've accomplished a lot, and I just want to say thank you for everyone. Thank you, David, who's hiding behind the monitor, and Brian for being at these meetings, and Jocelyn. So just thank you, everyone. I've had an incredible 2 years. I know there'll be a lot of success here even when I leave. And now you'll have a full hand of doctors on the cabinet.
Watch out.
But thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Dr. Kippen.
Well, that was very touching, Eric, and I'm really going to miss you. It's been really great working with you. Anyway, I'm emotional to say goodbye. We've had such a great relationship and a great working environment, so I really wish you well. I want to congratulate our students from Central, and as Mr. Evanesian said, it's just amazing that they came up here and did what they did, and I'm just very proud of them, so thank you. And Mr. Henry Zulueta and Linda Vasquez, congratulations on being recognized tonight. We're very proud of all the work that you do every day for our community. The last thing I just want to mention is that April 29th is going to be a busy day. It's a Saturday. We do have an animation event that I think Dr. Brady will speak about, but we also have a career and education job fair at Liberty Station that day. I will be there.
and Dr. Vargas will be there with me. It is going to be from 8 to 12, and all of our school districts, a lot of them will be represented that day. So if you know anybody that is looking for a career in education, whether it's teaching or non-teaching, please come on out to Liberty Station at 2600 Lanning Road from 8 to 12. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Brady.
All right. I'm going to try to keep my comments short. I think tonight was a great example of all the wonderful things that are happening in our district and all of the people behind the scenes that result in the kids thriving. And we saw a great example with our students today. I felt fortunate to be able to go to Lincoln Acres today for their STEAM Day. And I remember when they started their STEAM journey 6-7 years ago, they branded as a STEAM school. And today, every single classroom was doing hands-on science, science integrated with arts. The students got to choose. So everybody in each of the classrooms were not all from the same class. They got to choose which of the different events they wanted to go to, and they got to go to 3 different classrooms. And it was really amazing just to see how rigorous and in-depth they've gotten with STEAM. So when they have another one, I hope that some of you will be able to come over and see that as well. Also, if you get a chance to visit our schools, you'll probably see some new blacktops. And thanks to the governing board tonight for approving the ELOC plan that will help us with new fields. David and his team are working around the clock to upgrade our fields so that we can increase recreational activities both during the day for PE and after school learning. So we can do some of those recreation sports that you wanted us to do that Dr. Kraft started with Reach, soccer and basketball this year, and we hope to expand that. We have exciting things ahead. You've probably been seeing in the memo all the wonderful things coming up. So just a reminder that this weekend is Adelante Mujer, and the governing board received a personal invitation for our 6th grade email students to learn more about career opportunities and academic planning for those career opportunities. If you're interested in attending, please definitely see Jocelyn and we'll get you registered. We talked a lot about writing and Read Across America. Don't forget our writing contest is underway, and you will be receiving your essays without any names or schools to be giving your input. It's a quick turnaround, so you'll get those on April 21st. Those should be coming our way. On April 22nd, Saturday, students on the Superintendent Roundtable are going to hold a World Action Team Summit, the first ever, where they're going to share their learning around the Sustainable Development Goals with our business partners at the Chamber of Commerce. So we're going to host an event on Earth Day, and they're going to teach them what they can do in their businesses, and then the businesses are going to walk away with tips that they can hang around their businesses inspired by our students. So you'll get more information on that, but that will be from 9 to 11 at the Chamber on the 22nd. On April 29th, our students that have been participating in the art animation, all of our 5th graders will be having 30-second films, and they will be shown on the big screen at the Magnolia Theater in El Cajon. We will be showing short films all day for about 9 hours. You don't have to come the whole time, but if you RSVP, we'll be sure to introduce you to the students and the families that are there at the time that you come, but we're super excited about that. Physical fitness, we have the Peace Run that's going to go to Kimball and Las Palmas School this year. That's going to be on May 3rd. We have international runners that come and speak to the students about peace and do a few laps through the school with them, and the kids get to hold the international torch. So that's very exciting. Kimball will be in the morning, and then they'll follow at Las Palmas. And then our student roundtable is also going to do their Earth Hop showcase to showcase their music, their They are creating their own individual music around climate action. They're being mentored by students from San Diego State. That event's going to be on Friday, May 19th at 6 p.m. If you come here first, you can ride the bus. If you want to meet us there, we'll make sure you have parking. It's going to be at their alumni center. And then our Las Palmas 5K is expanding not just for the Las Palmas community, but Ashley Trzynski, Steven Sanchez, and Berenice Walker have joined efforts with the National City Police Department, Captain Hernandez, to host the first ever National School District Fun Run, and it will start and end at Pepper Park. And we are working with the San Diego Port on a grant to waive the fees and to potentially even have free t-shirts and some fun things for our families and our students that come out to participate in that run. And it's going to be, I hear, 3.1 miles. And so we'd love to have some of you come out for that as well. All of those are in my weekly update, but a lot's happening, like you said, in those 40 days. A lot of celebration for the things we heard about tonight: music, art, creativity, run, PE. So lots of fun things. I would like to say happy birthday to Dr. Kevin. Her birthday is the 16th, and to your daughter as well. They share birthday week. And best of luck to you, Mr. Albanesians. That superintendent you're going to work for is one lucky girl. You can tell her I said that. I remember when we hired you, we were just looking at a budget reduction plan. We were struggling with it. We were looking at layoffs, and we said, what ideas do you have to fix our budget? And in that time, you did pass a budget reduction plan. We were able to work on things together. We did have an early retirement incentive. We were able to reduce some of our workforce through attrition. You've helped us look at our one-time dollars so carefully so that we always spend the most restrictive dollars first, and that has left us with a very healthy reserve. And they always say that you should leave a place in better standing than it was when you came, and you certainly have done that for us. So I just want to thank you, and I hope that you stay in touch, and your next district's very, very lucky to have you. And with that, we do welcome back Dr. Johnson, who will start on Monday, and she will be here through the remainder of the year as we transition, pending the negotiations of Dr. Burke's contract, and we congratulate him for being selected for that honor here tonight. So with that, those are my comments. Thank you.
Thank you. I concur with all that's been said here. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because it's late, but I did want to just share one interesting note. I go to Palmer Way every day to pick up my grandkids after school. I was approached by a gentleman, Antonio, the custodian there at Palmer Way, and he showed me a picture of a tree that was planted. It was originally planted several years ago in honor of a young boy who passed away, a student there at Palmer Way. And at one time, the plaque was dug up because there were some plumbing issues, I understand, and they had to pull it out because of it. Since then, thank you, Mr. Albanesians. Okay, Doctor. Thank you for intervening. We did get the plaque back, and Antonio explained to me that Arturo Becerra had come in on his own time and had fixed it, put a nice border around it, planted flowers around it. It's beautiful. And I'm going to attempt to contact the family and send them the pictures because I think they would like to see that. But he said he didn't know a whole lot about this child. Obviously, he wasn't here when he passed, but I explained to him, I remember that very well. We were sitting in a board meeting that night, and the principal at the time, Rick Hanks, came in and notified us it had just happened. He had crossed the street after a 66 program, was hit by a car and killed instantly. It was the saddest funeral I've ever been to because all the pallbearers were 12-year-old 6th grade students, his teammates on his ball team. So I just want to say, I was so gratified to see that his memory still lives on. And thank you. With that, meeting adjourned.